This is Smorgasborgnine, and welcome to another First Impressions video. This time we're going to be doing Dungeon Defenders Eternity. This game was developed by Nom Nom Games, published by Trendy Entertainment, and was released on Steam on July 22nd, 2014. Basically, this game is a remake of the original Dungeon Defenders with some of the DLC maps added. They added a few additional maps. I believe there was 4 extras. And it's all based online. You have to have an internet connection to actually play this. Unfortunately, at the moment, there's no split screen, but they've already done 3 patches in the last couple of weeks, so that's possibly coming in the future. But this has a lot of new features, and I thought I'd give it a look. You can get it on Steam. Its regular price is $19.99. They have a discount right now, down to $14.99. However, if you've already purchased the original Dungeon Defenders, they give you an additional discount. You can get it for $5.99 at the time of this recording. So let me go ahead and show you how it works. When you first try to launch the game, it will do a little bootloader to make sure you have the most current version. You can actually partially download all the new stuff and then let it finish loading in everything as you play. There's a certain point where it says you can play, and once you've hit that point, you can go in and it'll just stream everything else that it might need. As far as the main game's DLC, it has all of the main characters, plus all the DLC characters. I'll show you here. As you'll see, the tavern is actually going to be populated with a bunch of different players. You don't get your own tavern in this one. If you go to Heroes, you can create new heroes down here. Just pick the ones you want. I've been basically just working on the Squire guy. You can actually change costumes here. I've got them all thrown into a little folder here. And these are the default costumes you get. A lot of these were DLC costumes. They are items now. Instead of picking them beforehand, you have to use them as an item. You can also change the color of your costume through dyes that you're going to find. And these are the things that you can actually... a lot of little consumables you can purchase now too that weren't in the main game. Things like giving you mana, extra mana when you use a potion. It's got a new dash ability, different things like that, healing, whatnot. Here's the dyes. You can get different colors, and this will wash off the colors. And this allows you to respec your character. Cosmetics, this is basically one of those free-to-play type games where they have the... It's not really a free-to-play because you do have to purchase the main game, but this is the only transactions that I'm aware of at the moment is just these emotes. They're $1 a piece. So far, nothing's really appeared in these for me. I don't know what this is supposed to be. These bundles and heroes and featured items. Anyway, back to the item box. You can create new folders to sort stuff in. I like to create a junk folder just to throw all the stuff I'm going to sell, because there's an easy way to, if you unlock all your gear, you can sell everything that's unlocked. So I like to throw everything I'm going to sell into one folder and then just unlock it all and sell it all at once. So like these pets, I can throw in my pets folder. And then I can go into my pets and all my pets are here. And the pets on this are not actually sold by the tavern keep like they were in the original game. Your pets are actually going to be found in the map. You get these eggs, and if you equip them and you earn enough XP, they're going to go ahead and be ready to be hatched. Once they're hatched, you've got a new pet. They'll be equipped in these slots here I'm pointing at here right below your character. You may also notice that there's new slots where you can equip your things. So you've got more armor pieces you can equip. You can actually equip 2 weapons. And some characters can even equip 2 pets. Unfortunately, I can't do this. And I don't have any extra emotes, so I believe that's what's going to go here. This is where you go to rename your character, because by default it's going to have a name like Huntress 15, Apprentice 16. Just the class and then a number. Also, you may notice that this time your equipment is actually going to be displayed on your character. That's a new feature that they've added as well. These are amulets. These also equip down here where you would equip your pet eggs. And they give you different abilities. Like this one allows me to instantly repair something. And this one allows me to instantly upgrade one of my towers. So I'm definitely going with a tower build. My unequipable folder, these are just items that are too high a level for me to equip. And this one's actually already... I'm leveled up enough to where I could equip that if I wanted. But the little thumbs down tells me it's not as good as what I currently have. You got your normal hero health, your defense health. However, you've got a consumable capacity, hero power, defense range, physical resistance, it's kind of an armor rating, fire resistance, lightning resistance, poison resistance. These were all in the original game. Defense power, movement speed, spellcast rate, defense speed, defensive ability, and offensive ability. And if you just mouse over on any of these things, it'll show you what you have, and you can actually you can upgrade anything you've got equipped if you spend the money. And the money's up here in the top left. So anyway, I'll show you the basic gameplay and wrap this up here. Here's the new tavern. To get into a game, you go to the Centurnia Crystal. You can go here to interact with your hero in your item box without having to go to the tavern guy. Those will also appear on the map, so you can do it between waves. This is apparently a trophy room. I don't seem to have anything unlocked yet, even though I do have some achievements here. And this guy is the craftsman. You can actually get some crafting items here and build your own equipment if you find blueprints. Now the ones you can build will actually have this little anvil symbol next to them. That means you have enough items to craft them. It's kind of a weird way of doing it. You have to hit this inspect button, hit craft, and then it's been added to your item box. Again, I would only build stuff that's actually superior to what you have, and that's again with the little green thumbs up. And also, this is the guy that will dye your equipment. You basically pick your dye color and then your item and apply the dye, and you're good to go. Anyway. Oh, one other thing. This does have their own version of kind of a Uplay system that they have. It doesn't appear to be showing on my screen for some reason, but if you hit F11, it's supposed to bring it up. There we go. It's called Playverse, and this is where you can party up with your friends, chat. I have a couple of friends that actually play this, so you can party up here and go to the matches together. You can see your achievements, leaderboards, things like that. So to prevent hacking, this has all been rebuilt to where you have to be running it online and using their Playverse. Okay, so as far as the levels go, most of these were from the original game. However, this Dread Dungeon, I believe, is a new one. Arcane Library is new. And the Magus Citadel, I believe, is also new. You get all these DLC maps. Ember Mount Volcano. Bunch of little challenge missions, and these are bonus ones. A lot of these were DLC. I believe Palantir, I remember, was something that a fan created. You can pick your level. It'll give you a recommendation of how you have to be. You've got the hardcore mode. I believe they were talking about possibly changing this, but if you play on hardcore and you die, it's a permadeath. Not a lot of fun. On top of that, there's also survival. Unlike before, where you could actually go 4 or 5 hours playing a single survival mode, they've got it limited to an hour. And I haven't really played mixed mode. I'm not really sure what that is just yet. And let me show you the basic on this game, show you how it works. I'm going to go into a private session, but if you just hit go, you'll go into a room with somebody else. But just so I can play at my own speed. So it's going to queue me up onto a server here. Does a little countdown in case you're not playing solo, so that you have time to get some other people in here with you. Unfortunately, it doesn't skip that when you're playing solo. Again, they've had 3 patches, so hopefully that'll get changed eventually. So basically your mission is to defend these crystals. Some maps have more than one. You have to build fortifications and attack enemies to defend yourself. So these are the different defenses you can get, and this is the mana cost of the 30 here. So I just picked up some out of that chest and I'm up to 20. But I'm going to need a lot more to build some defenses. I've got a little dash button. The little row on the bottom left there has all my my key bindings there. I've got 1 for healing myself. 2 gives me my little character boost menu. 3 is my build. I've reassigned some of these so that my mouse has some macro buttons that are assigned to comma and period. So I've got those set up there for upgrading my towers. The period is for just doing a little spinning slash. I've got R bound to repairing. Really don't use much else. The thumb mouse button, just basically the back button on my mouse. We'll use this pet I have, his special attack, which is to tangle up enemies and weeds. So I'm going to put down a harpoon here. And I don't have enough to build another one, so I'm going to go ahead. You can either walk up to the crystal and activate it, or just hit G on your keyboard and it'll start the wave. And hold down the shift and see what the map looks like. You can hit H to make it appear on the side. And my little amulets and whatnot are also tied on the right side there. You'll see it says left Alt. I can hold down Alt and hit 2 or 3 to use the ones that I currently have equipped. So basically this wave has 1 of 6 remaining up there on the top right. And my pet pretty much took care of that dude without me having to do anything. Up on the top right you'll see your wave counter as well as your defensive units. Basically there's a limit on how many towers you can build, and those defensive units are going to determine that. The stronger towers will use more defensive units, so in a lot of cases it's best to build a whole lot of relatively weak things versus just trying to build something super strong. Alright. So I've got all the chests. On this one you just walk up to them. On the original you had to walk up to them and press E to open the chests. So I'm going to build another harpoon for this side. And see my defensive units went up from 5 to 10, so each of these harpoons is worth 5. You can also hit E on your turret to give you some details about it. Your character can level up and improve all this stuff, so if I were to improve my defensive power, these harpoons would be more powerful. If I wanted them to attack faster, I'd go with defense speed. This defense health keeps them alive longer. So basically, I'm building this guy more towards having good towers, versus some players will try to build up their hero to make him or her more powerful for attacking the enemies. But there are pros and cons to every character, and you can build up your turrets on one phase and then switch to a different character for the next one if you wanted to do that. Unless you're in survival mode, you can't switch between rounds in survival, unfortunately. At least not currently. You'll notice my pet is attacking a lot of these guys without me having to do anything. If I want him to attack somebody specifically, I just point at him and hit my thumb button. Some of the pets have like little flamethrowers and different things you can use, so a little more obvious when they're attacking with the flames than this guy. Basically all he mainly does is slows them and poisons them. And completing waves without your crystal getting attacked gives you more bonuses, and basically the more efficient you are and the faster you are, you're going to get bigger bonuses, depending on the mode you're in. So now I've got 2 of these towers built. It doesn't look like anything new is coming, so I'm going to go ahead and upgrade. And you'll see this tower has the little symbol there. Looks like a private symbol. Now I've got 2 of them there. I can't afford to upgrade this one anymore with my current mana, so I'm going to keep going. And this is really the easiest level in the game. You're going to start getting more and more monsters. You'll get ogres and orcs, and you get some wyverns flying around. It's all kinds of little nasties. And each of the campaigns will have its own special boss too. These goblins are pretty simple, and as are the little elves. They have some like ninja elves that can jump over your defenses. Now as far as the items go, if you just leave them on the floor and you start the next wave, you'll get money for whatever's still laying out that you haven't collected. And it also has an easy way to tell that something is actually better than what you already have. It'll have a little green arrows pointing to it to signal that. Just to throw out something different, this is a slice and dice blockade. These little swords will go out and start spinning in circles if anything approaches it. It's quite a bit more expensive though. I'm just clicking my middle mouse button to bring up this menu. This gives me access to everything. My amulets, my character, buffs, even my pet abilities. These are all my building defenses, upgrading, repairing, and selling them if I don't like where it's positioned or whatever, and I don't need it anymore. I could just sell it. And these guys are a little tougher than these goblins. They're not bad though. The orcs are much worse. Or I mean the ogres, excuse me. Some of the most annoying enemies are these kobolds that have these explosives attached to their backs. They will wreck all your towers pretty quick. Too many of them go around. Okay, so it looks like I'm just dealing with some orcs, goblins, and elven archers, so nothing major here. On this map, the little dark colored dots are indicating where there's weapon drops at. Now, if you had something good, they would actually appear in green. If it's something superior to what you have equipped, you would also see pink and orange to indicate if there's dyes or any other type of blueprints or whatever on the ground that you might want to collect. And occasionally the enemies will drop eggs that you can use to build new pets. Again, that one didn't appear with the green arrows, so it means it's less powerful than the one I have. My current one does 221 damage. That one does 121. And I get some boost to my tower defense and my tower range, which is very useful for the type of character I'm trying to build here. And that time I got a Batwing, which is a crafting component, and he automatically picks those up. Alright, this should be the last wave here. And certain levels are actually going to have bosses too. And as far as switching weapons, that's bound with the Z button. So now I've got this little fist I'm going around with. It's not really any more powerful than my other weapon, but it does give me better boost on my towers, and that's why I have it. And honestly, my guy's leveled up enough to where even on hard, I probably wouldn't have to attack any of these guys. My harpoons would be able to take care of them. It looks like they're going to be doing a new patch, 3.2. So there you go. So I got some new items added to my my box there. And I'm going to go ahead and return to the tavern. And that's the end of that game. As for my final impressions, it's definitely a major upgrade over Dungeon Defender's original. However, you may find that it's not new enough to warrant the purchase, and I can understand that. It does have 4-player co-op, and it's a pretty good time, so if you haven't tried it before, or you're a fan of original Dungeon Defenders, this one's definitely worth your time. Appreciate you guys watching my video, and please subscribe, follow me, and leave me some comments and let me know how I'm doing. Appreciate it. Thank you.